Hello all, I am the Holland Phantom, and in honor of the Halloween season, we're going to be having a month-long of Ghost Pokemon videos. So for today, we're going to be having a live battle from the 2007 format. On one side, we've got the Flygon EX and Eeveelutions deck as used by the Junior Division World Champion Jun Hasebe, and on the other side, we've got the Banette EX deck as used by the Senior World Champion Jeremy Scharff-Kim. So we'll see which of these two decks can take the victory today. But before we begin, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel and to my Twitter account at Holland_Phantom so you don't miss out on any new Pokemon TCG content. And now with that out of the way, let's get into the battle. And here we go, the battle has started, with both players flipping over their starting Pokemon. On the Flygon side, we've got an Eevee as the active Pokemon, with another Eevee and a Trapinch on the bench. And on the Banette side, we've got Shuppet as the active Pokemon. The Banette side is going first, attaching a Psychic Energy to Shuppet and attacking with Ascension, letting it evolve immediately into Banette on the first turn of the game. There's Banette coming down right away, and turn's going to pass over to the Flygon side. Okay, there's the card drawn. Let's see what Flygon can do for their first turn. Okay, they're going to be playing their item Holland Transceiver, letting them search the deck for any Holland supporter to add to their hand. The one chosen is going to be Holland Mentor. Holland Mentor is really good for searching out for basic Pokemon. Okay, and there it is being played. In order for the player to use any of their Holland supporters, they have to discard a card from their hand first. So they discarded a card, and let's see what the three Pokemon are going to be. Okay, the first one chosen is going to be Holland's Cast Form, followed by another Trapinch. And the last one is going to be Holland's Voltorb. Alright. All three Pokemon coming into the hand. But we might see some of them coming down onto the bench. Okay, not yet. The Holland's Voltorb is being used as an energy card attached to the Eevee, while the Trapinch and Holland's Cast Form are coming down onto the bench. Okay, and there's the first attack, Metal Scoop, hitting Banette for 10 damage. Okay, on the Banette side, they also play their own Holland Mentor. Now they're going to be searching for their own three Pokemon to add to their hand. So we see a Shuppet, a Lunatone, and another Shuppet. Okay, so three Shuppet added to the hand already. Or two, rather, and there's one already on the field. Okay, there's one coming down into the bench, and there's the second one. Now, it looks like Lunatone is not being benched right away. A Psychic Energy is attached to Banette, and it's going to activate its Poke Power Shady Move. Shady Move can let the player move one damage counter from any Pokemon onto any other Pokemon, so move the damage away from itself and onto the Eevee, and then attack with Shadow Chant. Shadow Chant hits for 30 damage, plus 10 more damage for every supporter in the player's discard pile. Okay, turn passes over to the Flygon side. They retreated their Eevee and promoted Holland's Cast Form. Holland's Cast Form was given Lightning Energy and then attacked right away with Delta Draw. Delta Draw lets the player draw one card for every Delta species Pokemon on their side of the field, so that is 4 cards drawn. Over on the Banette side, a Rainbow Energy is attached to one of the bench Shuppet, and the damage that came down onto the Shuppet is moved away using Banette's Shady Move onto the damaged Eevee, and that's going to be the first KO taken by the Banette side. The supporter is going to be TV Reporter, letting the player draw 3 cards from the deck, and then they have to discard 1 card from the hand. Okay, and there we see the final Shuppet coming down onto the bench. The attack with Shadow Chant once again, hitting Cast Form for 40 damage, and turn passes over to the Flygon side again. Another Eevee is played to the bench, and a Lightning Energy is attached to one of the Trapinch. Another Holland Transceiver is played to search the deck once again for another Holland supporter. Let's see what the card chosen is going to be this time. Okay, this time it's going to be a Holland Adventurer to draw some cards from the deck. Okay, there's Holland Adventurer being played. Player discards 1 card from their hand to activate it. And now they get to draw 3 cards from the deck. Are we going to see any Eeveelutions coming down or any more Pokemon? Yeah, we do see a third Trapinch, and now the Flygon side has a full bench of basic Pokemon. No evolutions yet, though. Okay, there's the attack Delta Draw. Now the player can draw 5 cards from the deck. Okay, no damage coming out of the Flygon side, but they are building up their hand with all these cards drawn. On the Banette side, they're going to be playing Professor Elm's Training Method, a supporter that lets them add any evolution from their deck to their hand. And the one chosen is going to be Banette, which immediately evolves from one of the Shuppet on the bench. A Psychic Energy is attached to the benched Banette, and then the active one activates its Poke Power Shady Move to move one of the damage counters away from the active cast form onto one of the bench Trapinch, and the attack is declared Shadow Chant to take another KO, and that's 2 prizes taken by Banette. Okay, on the Flygon side, another Eevee comes up into the active spot, and let's see what the Flygon side can do this time. Kind of fallen behind. They're already 2 prizes behind. They've got no evolutions in play and only 1 energy. They really have to start catching up in order to have a chance in this game. Okay, the supporter's going to be Field Worker, letting the Flygon side draw 3 cards, while the Banette side can draw 1. And we finally see the first evolution come down. The benched Trapinch evolves into Vibrava, and it also gets a Psychic Energy. And the player also activates the Stadium Power Tree, letting them add a discarded basic energy to their hand. The one chosen is going to be Lightning Energy that was discarded earlier in the game. Okay, no attack comes through. The player passes, and it looks like we're going to be seeing another KO, as Banette can take an easy KO against the opponent's Eevee. Okay, on the Banette side, another Shuppet evolves into Banette. This time it's going to be a different one, not the EX one, but a base version that comes with a Pokebody Safeguard. Okay, now the supporter is going to be Scott, letting the player add a combination of up to 3 stadiums or supporters. And here we see a Crystal Beach, a Castaway, and a Phoebe Stadium added to the hand. So 2 stadiums and another supporter. Phoebe Stadium comes down to get rid of the opponent's Power Tree, and now all Psychic Pokemon have a retreat cost of 2 energies fewer. And there's the attack Shadow Chant, taking a KO on Eevee, and that's 3 prizes taken by Banette, while Flygon hasn't dealt any damage. Hopefully they can start turning it around pretty soon. Okay, finally we see Flygon coming down. It does need 3 energy, and yeah, there's the 3rd energy attachment. Now it's going to be able to use its Psychic Pulse attack. A pretty strong attack, hitting for 80 damage. Okay, yeah, there's the attack declared. Psychic Pulse hits for 80 damage, plus can also hit each of the opponent's benched Pokemon that already has any damage on it for 10 additional damage. But as none of the Pokemon on the Banette side has any damage on it, Psychic Pulse does not hit it. However, its Pokebody Sand damage does activate between turns, inflicting 10 damage on any of the opponent's basic Pokemon. So there we see the Shuppet taking 10 damage. And on the Banette side, they're going to be playing Holland Adventure to draw 3 cards, and Banette activates Shady Move to move away the damage counter from the bench Shuppet onto the active Flygon. And now the active Banette retreats to promote the benched Banette EX, and now that one also activates Shady Move to move 1 damage counter onto Flygon, and it attacks with Shadow Chant. So looks like all the damage is coming down for a total of 120, so Flygon is down to just 30 HP. It's already on the brink of being knocked out in the following turn. Okay, between turns, Sand damage activates once again to inflict 10 damage on the bench Shuppet. And now on the Flygon side, the player benches a Spearow, plays Rare Candy. Oh, okay, and Spearow evolves into Fearow right away with the power of the Rare Candy. Fearow activates his Poke Power Delta sign, letting the player search the deck for any Delta species Pokemon to add to their hand. Okay, the one chosen is going to be Vibrava, evolving one of the bench Trapinch. A Psychic Energy is attached to the bench Vibrava, and there's the attack. Psychic Pulse, hitting Banette for 80 damage, and also it's going to be hitting the bench Shuppet and the bench Banette for 10 damage each. Okay, there's a damage on the bench Pokemon coming down. And finally, between turns, Flygon's Sand damage also inflicts an additional 10 damage onto Shuppet. So Shuppet is down to just 10 HP. A Psychic Energy comes down onto the regular Banette. Another player activates Castaway, a supporter, to search the deck for a basic energy, a Pokemon tool, and another supporter. And the cards chosen are going to be a Psychic Energy, a Buffer Piece, and the supporter is going to be TV Reporter. Okay, so 3 cards coming into the player's hand. Both their Banette EX are down to pretty low HP, so the player's going to have to do something to prevent them from being knocked out. Okay, the active Banette EX activates a Shady Move to move one of the damage counters away from itself onto the opponent's Vibrava, and then retreats to promote the regular Banette with the Safeguard Pokebody. Safeguard protects Banette from the attacks of any EX Pokemon, and then attacks with Night Murmurs to take a KO against Flygon, and that's 2 more prizes taken by the Banette side. Flygon is down 5 prizes. If Banette can take 1 more prize, they'll win the game. Okay, oh, here we see an Absol coming down, activating its Cursed Eyes ability to move 3 damage away from Shuppet onto one of the damaged Banette, and that is going to be the KO. Alright, so finally, Flygon takes a couple of prizes. Oh, and next we see a Jolteon EX, activating Evolutionary Thunder, hitting every one of the opponent's Pokemon for 10 damage each to knock out a second Banette EX, and that is 2 more prizes taken. 4 prizes taken in 1 turn. Okay, Flygon's looking to be coming back now. Next, Fearow activates Delta Sign to search the deck for any Delta species Pokemon. The one chosen is going to be Flygon, not the EX one. It's going to be the regular version this time. Okay, and it's going to evolve from the active Vibrava. Okay, now the active Flygon activates its Poke Power Delta Supply to accelerate a Psychic Energy onto itself from the player's hand. Oh, do they have the next energy? Yes, they do! The manual attachment from the hand is going to be Holland's Cast Form, which counts as a double Rainbow Energy, which is enough to power up a Flygon's Swift Attack. Oh, there we see another KO! Swift takes a knockout against Banette, and that is 5 prizes taken in 1 turn. That's amazing. That's the play of the game right there. I don't care what anybody says. Okay, the lone Shuppet comes up active on the Banette side. It gets a Psychic Energy and a Buffer Piece. Now the player's discarding away their own stadium to play a Crystal Beach. Crystal Beach has the power to shut off all special energies that provide more than 1 energy. So the Holland's Cast Form now provides just a single colorless energy instead of 2 rainbow energies. A TV reporter was played to draw 3 cards, and then Shuppet attacks with Ascension to evolve into Banette. But now I'm wondering if it's too little too late. This Banette did not deal any damage this turn. Let's see what Flygon can do. Okay, they're going to be playing another Rare Candy to evolve the Bench Trapinch into Flygon EX. A Psychic Energy is attached to the benched Flygon EX. And the active one activates Delta Supply to accelerate a Lightning Energy onto the benched Flygon. Okay, here we see another Trapinch coming down onto the bench. Fearow activates Delta Supply. Sorry, not Delta Supply, Delta Sign to search the deck for another Delta species Pokemon. The one chosen is going to be Flygon. Oh, do they have the Rare Candy? If they do, they're going to be able to accelerate the 3rd energy onto the benched Flygon EX. Yeah, they do! Rare Candy evolves Trapinch into another Flygon to activate Delta Supply. Yeah, there's the ability being activated to accelerate the 3rd energy onto Flygon EX, and now it's fully ready to start using its Psychic Pulse attack. The active Flygon is going to pay the retreat cost, sending up the benched Flygon EX. And yeah, there's the attack declared, Psychic Pulse. Not quite enough for a KO, as Buffer Piece does protect Banette from 20 damage. So Banette is just down to 20 HP. Okay, let's see what Banette can do this turn. Things are not looking good for it. Okay, it's going to activate its Poke Power Shady Move to move one of the damage counters away from itself onto Flygon EX, and then attaches a Rainbow Energy, which just damages it for another 10 damage. There's a Strength Charm to increase its attack power by 10. It's still not going to be enough to take a KO. Oh, but there's a Pokemon Reversal and it flips... Oh no, it flips Tails! It flipped Tails. Do they have another one in hand? No, they don't! There's the attack Shadow Chant. But even with the power boost from the Strength Charm, it is not going to be enough to take a KO against Flygon. If that Pokemon Reversal had worked, they could have won the game. But it failed, and now Flygon's going to win. Okay, yeah, there's the final attack. Psychic Pulse to take a KO against Banette to take the final prize, and there's the handshake. Flygon EX is your winner. So what did you guys think of that battle? Let me know down in the comments below, and be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share this video to help this channel grow and reach new viewers. Thanks a lot for watching, and until next time, this is the Holland Phantom logging out.